there. All right. Well, howdy and good evening. Welcome to the stream. I was going to figure out why game capture's not there. Let's go back here. So in a couple of minutes, this tournament is going to be underway, and I've got Altourism with me, who's going to be co-casting.
You gotta hype up the tournament, man.
I know you roll.
International tournament that we've got here. So, guys, welcome to the TeliaLigaen. Brought to you all the way from Norway. I mean, I wish I was bringing it to you from Norway. That would be amazing. But it is us, your favorite South African casters. Well, I'm just gonna claim that title. Someone fight me, IRL. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Someone come and say otherwise.
Yeah, exactly, right? If you guys are joining us in South Africa and have followed us through here, welcome to the stream. Otherwise, for the guys tuning in from Norway, thanks for inviting us. I'm so excited about this tournament.
Very pumped to be here. So this is the Norwegian National League. This is round 4 of 9 rounds. And the top 4 teams will go forward to play playoffs, which will probably happen sometime at the end of October. But this is a round 4 match, and the teams we have playing are Fact Revolution versus Molon Esports. And the records of these teams are Fact Revolution have won a match, lost a match, and drawn a match. And struggling are Molon Esports, who are yet to win a match in the first 3 rounds, so will be hoping to do better in this round.
I think they're up for some tough opposition. I mean, they're going against Fact Revolution. Guys, we've got a bit of stats from behind the scenes, and I always like to find out what the players are like before we go in. Not to set any expectations, but certainly to get to know the guys, because then I get to cheer when they score goals and stuff. It's a personal thing. But Fact Revolution, interestingly enough, have a couple of players in the top 100 players in Europe. So, I mean, Europe is a competitive scene as is. I mean, the number of people breaking into that top 100 is roughly, give or take, about 100, and that's from anyone playing on EU servers. I'm pretty sure we've got some guys taking up some slots there. So the fact that we've got some great players here tonight makes me really excited for the level of Rocket League that we should be seeing in this tournament.
Well, we can only hope, and I was fortunate enough to cast their round 1 matchup, and they're an impressive team. I think, in fact, they played very well. They seem very good as a unit, and I'm pretty excited for them.
I'm excited for them. I'm excited for both teams. I mean, all tournaments in general are always a lot of fun for teams to play. Whether you're a new team just looking to get the hang of it, get the hang of playing against really good players, or if you're a really competitive team looking to prove yourself, tournaments offer a lot to any players. And a lot of people don't enter tournaments because they're like, oh, I'm not going to win. How do you think they get to that point of winning? Very few teams just go in and win their first tournament. You fight your way up. You start to challenge the top teams, and so regardless of what happens in the match, I think it's always a great idea, and I love joining into random tournaments like this and seeing what different players can do.
Absolutely. Well, the game has been set up. I think we have everybody there. I think we're good to go.
Fantastic. As soon as these guys...
Yeah, they are ready. They're asking me if they're ready to start. I am saying, yes, start.
Let's not postpone this.
Let's
Never
go.
Postpone the good thing like that. So we have on Fact Revolution, the blue team, Banjo Carry, their captain, leading the charge. Their new player, Neugarden, and Super bringing up the top 3 there for Fact Revolution. Molon Esports in orange has got 2 old former Facts players, in fact, on their side. They've got Bearbrew, and Hyberts. You can see both of those guys sporting ex-Grand Champ titles there, and Bidness rounding off that lineup.
All right, and away we go. All right, I think we may have some confusion here because on the overlay, I understood that this was going to be an away game for Fact Revolution. So in fact, Fact Revolution are blue and Molon Esports are orange. So the overlay's wrong. I'll sort that out between games. But here we have a goal while I was sorting out those logistics. Hybrid scores.
Really nice pinch into defense there. Shoves it into the corner, and a fortuitous bounce coming out from Hyberts. And Molon takes an early lead there. A great read by him. no one was back. You know, no one expected that level of clear, and so they didn't have someone from Factor Evolution to just get it out the back there. And Hybert's just taking a great opportunity very early on.
And here they are. All right, well, I think Altourism, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to carry this game for a minute while I sort out the overlay and get that correct so we don't confuse everyone watching.
I'm so used to carrying my teammates in Rocket League. This is just, it's a standard procedure. You know, that is Rocket League. Everyone's trash except you. And now a pinch coming out from Neugarten, going all the way down to the back. And Bidness doing a good job to clear it out. Pops up into the center, and Hyberts is into the air. Super doing a nice bit of goaltending at the back there. Just drops it down gently. Weber putting it towards the center, and Hyberts trying to drop a pass back to Bidness. And good control coming out from Molon right now. Managing to just keep the ball in their possession. Bit of a turnaround now. Neugarten goes for a hit off the backboard and doesn't manage to find a teammate. Very, very high shot there. And Banjo Carry now dropping it down to Neugarten. Bidness turning it around, and bit of confusion, but a bit of good team communication there coming out from Factor Evolution to do no wrong in the back. Now it drops in towards the center. This is dangerous. Neugarten managing to find that before Bidness does though. Managing to still keep out that goal. Some good pressure coming in from both sides. Good defensive play. You know, no one's really looked in a lot of trouble. Just the one surprise goal coming out thus far.
All right, well, I'm back in the action. We've sorted out our technicalities, so the stats you see on the screen will be correct. All right, and listening to your commentary, Altourism, it doesn't seem much has happened. A lot of back and forth.
Yeah, definitely some attempts, but soft ones like this. Bidness doing a good job there. Now this.
Oh!
And Supra actually managing to find that with a lofted little gentle shot. Just no way for Bidness. He does a good job to save the first goal, but no one left to clear it as he drops it down.
And now we level, and I know Molon are going to be very keen to do something, having yet to win a match in this series.
Yep, Molon gets that early lead, and they certainly would have wanted to keep that momentum. They do get a nice shot very high there. Neugarten doing good work.
Yeah, great clear.
A bit of pressure coming out. The pass comes towards the center. Hyberts takes a shot. Doesn't manage to find anything though, and Molon would have liked to turn it around very quickly like that and just get themselves back into that one goal lead.
They do seem to have most of the momentum, the little bit I've seen now. And so can Factor Evolution turn around the action and attack. And here it comes off the ceiling, off the backboard. No one's there to put it in. And the clear comes.
Good intention coming out, though, from Factor Evolution. Gets the jump, gets a second touch. Now this one's going very hard towards the goals. Hybert's going to have to do a good job. Doesn't get a good clear. Banjo Carry managing to follow that up. And the pressure now is starting to go the way of Factor Evolution, managing to put in a couple of good shots. Good passing plays. Now Neugarten.
Oh, and here we go. The goal's open. It's clear. Wow. Great goal.
Just good pressure coming out. You know, that consistent play by Factor Evolution. They're good 1-2 passes. They take a shot, maybe put it a little bit higher, put it to the side, and make Molon do the work to try and clear the ball out. And then they just maintain that pressure and build it up until Neugarten, with a beautiful little flick, much faster than the defender expected, to get a soft little carry into a goal that was now stripped of all players.
Yeah, well, it seemed they started off a little bit tentatively, but I think they're into this now, and they seem to be gaining more and more control as the game goes on.
Good pass now coming out. Super facing the wrong way. Gets a touch back to Banjo Carry. Gets a weird 50-50, but keeps the pressure on that side, and Neugarten not able to challenge that. All right, apparently I'm very soft on stream. Could you just turn up my mic, please?
Absolutely. Let's get that sorted out
Thanks.
right now.
Shout out to the guys pointing that out right now. I really appreciate that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with fixing a problem like that, but everyone wants just the best stream, and I want to be heard. I mean, I've got a lot of important things to say, right? So,
You are not shy of saying anything, Altourism, and we need to make sure that you can indeed be heard.
Fantastic. So a bit of tight play here. Factor Evolution still have that 1-goal lead, and with 40 seconds left on it, I think that's where they would want to be in the first game. You know, any team wants to go into this knowing that even if they make a critical mistake in the last second, the worst that happens is it goes to overtime. Although this could be that mistake. Banjo reading it beautifully off the roof there as it comes down there. Very difficult save to make, and Super now instead being bailed out by the beautiful pass from Neugaard into Banjo Carry. And this is a quick turnaround of play, but Berber and Bidness working together. Finds Herbert.
10 seconds to go. Can they get the equalizer in 7 seconds? Perhaps now. No, it looks, I think, Fact Revolution. It is never over till that. Oh, and the bounce. And there we go. Fact Revolution have taken game number 1. After a shaky start, they seem more confident as the game went, and they are in the lead.
That's good play by both teams. You saw Molon there, even with only 30 seconds left. They had 2 or 3 pretty good passes into the center. Great setups. You know, Hybert's going in for that first aerial passing play between the 3 of them. And a very tight game, and the scoreline certainly reflects that. You know, 2-1 as a warm-up game is a real show that the 2 teams are feeling each other out. Molon maybe getting a little bit tentative there when they went a goal down. You know, maybe not making the cleanest passing plays, but then they got themselves back together. Got, you know, really nice high pass onto that side wall, and then managed to chip it in towards the center, towards Hybert. So really nice plays, good aerial proficiency from both teams so far. None of them scared to go up, and in fact just managing to find one more extra opportunity.
Absolutely. Okay, well, my technical issues, I continue to be challenged. My Rocket League crash, it doesn't like me going in and out of Rocket League, but here we are. I'm just going to get this reloaded. We're up. And then we can hit game number 2.
Brilliant. The teams are joining now, so until you manage to get back up and running, I'm going to try and stall this out for a couple of seconds. Otherwise, it's going to start the game. But if not, I can always just use the melodious sounds of my voice. See, I managed to talk enough rubbish that you managed to join back into the game. It's fantastic, right?
Yeah, indeed. So now, how do I actually get back into the game? Because I'm here, but how do I join? I guess I'm going to say...
join party match.
Join party match. There we are.
That's the one. Until then, Super getting a bit of a dribble going in front of the orange goals. Doesn't manage to find anything out of it. Had some good control, and instead now Neugarden's going to have to do some work over the backboard. Or Berber puts a good shot in towards the center, but Super long hit down to the orange side of the field. Defended well by Hyberts.
And here comes Super! Oh, just hitting the side post. Banjo puts it back. Nice. Yeah. Bit of defending to do for Fact, which so far...
There for Molon. Definite opportunity. Going to be sad that they left it out, but now a nice pop in towards the center, but Banjo manages to get up to that very slow.
Oh! Super gets the kill.
Demo, but he doesn't get the boost, so he is going to have to drop all the way back.
Can Banjo put it back in? Is there a teammate to take advantage of his pass? Oh, Demo! But I think that could quite... Very critical. I think I had goal written all over it.
Oh yeah, the pass had beaten the defenders. There was no doubt. Even after the demo...
Hyberts is up! Oh, and cleared a very important save there by Neugarden. And now an attack for Fact Revolution. Banjo Carry puts it in! Great piece of play. Counter-attack play, and they take the first goal. The opening goal of game number 2.
Lovely pass coming out there from Neugarden, and Bidness just not managing to get it off that backboard. It was a great pass. It dropped down nicely, and it meant that someone had to be on that backboard, and unfortunately there was no one left at the back for Molon. Really good, quick counter play there that came out and scored the goal. Fact Revolution keeping on that momentum now, managing to keep up that now 1-goal lead in the second match with already a game in hand.
And here we go. Do they come with another attack? Molon is here. Burby off the backboard. Hyber's going, but it's too wide, and Neugarden can clear. To Banjo Carry.
Going to manage to get a nice pass back down. Neugarden looking for the turn in, you know, just that cherry picker into the side of the net, but not managing to find it. Good turnaround of pressure. I'm still always happy to see a team managing to get a defense when the other team was really with a pretty good start and a pretty good setup.
All right, a miss in midfield allows Bidness to try and carry it forward for Molon. It goes up in the air, a little dangerously in front, but not too much danger, and Fact Revolution can take it back to the other side for another attack at Molon's goal.
Bidness doing a great job now, carrying it out on his own. Even leaves it in a difficult place for Banjo Carry, who pushes it in towards the center. Berber. I'm just going to call him Bear now. Also,
all right.
Oh! A barehanded joke. later. So,
Keep it in the tin for later.
yeah, of course, man. Just you got to build that. You got to set yourself up sometimes. Neugarten now talking about a setup, manages to get a very nice hit, bounces awkwardly off the ceiling, puts it down towards.
Oh, it's open! No! It gets it past. Getting it past the goalie who was Bidness at the time. Very good control, I think, to keep it in the play by Super off to Neugarten, who finishes it off quite efficiently.
Brilliant play there by them. Just, a bit of confusion coming at the back of Molon. Now a bit of pressure going on there. They're a game down, 2 minutes left on the board, and they have 2 goals to make up just to take it to overtime. So they need to start working together. The dribble being interrupted by Bidness there, maybe looking for a pinch shot to take it down to the other side of the field. Super is there to get a shot down to the corner. Not a good enough pinch, though, to set it up for his teammates, and it is going to be up to Bidness to now try.
But Banjo Gary puts it back in. Barber gets the clear. Beber. Bidness pushing it into Fact Revolution's half. Can they make something of this attack? Beber's up. It's over, Super. It's off the backboard. Hybers tries to put it in, but it's a desperate block right in front of the net. Make sure they don't concede.
No one wants to concede at this stage. Two goals is doable, so you don't want to drop another one as Molon and go to 3-0. But certainly Fact Revolution does not want to put it down to that 1-goal deficit, that 1-goal lead, because that can be done after the bell. 50 seconds left now is a tough ask to try to get 2 goals. Hybert's doing a good job to push it very, very high and bounce it off his own backboard to try, almost a squash shot that's played.
Oh, and the third goal comes.
Beautiful pass into the center there by Banjo Carey. Just reads it, dropping back very nicely. Gets the sideways flick, beats both defenders, and Neugarten staying up very high. And the defender with nothing to do.
Now, I understand that Neugarten, well, he is a new team member in this team, and the youngest of the team, and he seems like quite a young little talent.
Definitely, their latest player to join the roster, Neugarten, he's a Danish player, actually, that's joined this Norwegian tournament, and he's certainly earning his international rep there, managing to find the back of the net.
Absolutely, and I think now Fact Revolution just want to control out the rest of these 20 seconds. I think they understand they've got in the bag. Make sure that they don't concede. Take the win and push into game number 3.
Certainly going to boost their morale and their momentum going forward into future games if they can take this without dropping a goal. Super just finding the right-hand side of the goals there. Very close attempt, and not a critical one, but certainly a psychological one. They've taken the second game 3-0 after coming back. That's 5 goals in a row. That's got their momentum against Molon now.
Absolutely, and I know you definitely don't want to concede at any point, because I have this theory that if you're beating a team and they haven't scored, as soon as they're able to score, even if they don't win that particular game, it gives them hope. It gives them the idea that they can now score, and that might just give them a bit of momentum into going into the next game.
Oh yeah, you open that door even a little bit of a crack, and it lets the light in, and a team, you'd rather just keep that pressure on them. Even if you don't end up scoring, just stopping them from scoring is a win in your books if you've got that mental momentum.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a to say, mental momentum. Try that a couple times.
After a couple of beers. But here we are, game number 3.
If you guys are not 100% sure of how the tournament works here, it is not actually a best of 5 like the typical tournament that we're used to. Instead, it is a 6-match tournament. Before we do that,
Bear coming in. Wow.
Banjo Carey now trying to work with Neugarten. They don't manage to get the pinch towards it. Now a good attempt coming in. Finds the bottom of the net.
And again, with just 19 seconds, they're in the lead.
Really good pass coming out towards the center. Tight little angle there. Hubert was coming in. Was coming in at a hell of a pace, and so he had to place a very fine shot in a very difficult area at pace.
And to finish off what you were saying, so this is a league game, so there doesn't have to be a winner. They play 6 games, and out of those 6 games, the team that wins the most of those games gets 3 points in the league. If they lose, no points, and if it's a draw, each team gets 1 point, and that's how this particular league works.
Right, so it does mean that even if Fact Revolution does take the next game and goes 3-0 up, we are still going to have a lot of Rocket League here tonight. So, that at least takes away my cognitive bias as a caster, which is nice. You're always like,
Oh!
instead, Super bringing us a lot of Rocket League in a couple of seconds there. Just what a turnaround play. All three players from Molon maybe getting a bit desperate there, and it means that all three Fact Revolution players can sit up there high. I think Molon dedicated so much because no one from Fact Revolution had rotated, and it meant that if they got it, it was their goal, guaranteed. But they don't, and instead end up reversing that.
And the longer this goes on, the more Fact Revolution seem to be in control of this. They haven't seemed overly pressured at any point, but almost the commentators curse, but it's kept out, and they still have yet to concede since that first goal in the first game. And here they come again.
The first goal was also a very quick turnaround. We haven't seen any really big build-up plays coming out from Molon. Molon doing well this time. Keeps it low, just completely sells the goalkeeper there. As I talk, commentators curse.
Absolutely. Well, here, now they're back into this game. And Super just, I think, completely misreading that and expecting it to go high. It went straight under him. And now the deficit is halved. They're back in this game. Let's not write them off too soon.
No, of course not. Super there was actually on his camera, and he pre-jumped it. He thought it was going to be a corner shot or something like that. So he was up there, and that's why when he slid it so low, Hybert's keeping great control over that and managing to slide it down when he saw the pre-jump coming. It was half a second early, and he was able to read it.
Well, there you go. All right, so Neugarden. Okay, he gets the 50. Banjo Carry's going to put this down, bouncing it up, Super's up, but it's going to be cleared by Business back into Fact's half. Can they make something of this attack and level this game with just over half of it left? Oh, it looked like a delicious bit of play there. What a great pass, but Banjo couldn't get on the end of it.
Good play coming out. Now Neugarden reading that well, just turns himself, gives himself the space, goes up for it, but instead Bearburn getting a lovely...
Oh! The dunk almost out of nowhere. This game is level. And now I think we're going to see some rocket out. So a gorgeous little hit going in at 95.
Just, that bear shot in the midair, the bear in the air. Brilliant. I love languages like this, man. So Bear in the air managed to get a much more solid hit than most players can get when going up for such a static aerial. And he manages to pop it all the way to the other side, and he gives his teammates that freedom to just dive for it. When you do that and you're the last man back, you send your teammates out for you, and you just say, you guys go for it. And Hybert's managing to take that opportunity.
Oh!
Gets it. Now it's going to drop.
Oh!
Neugarden managing to do just the emergency bit.
There was some whiffs in midfield by Fact, which Molon were trying to take advantage of, but then they whiffed themselves in front of the net.
Ooh, an opportunity that they would have definitely wanted to take, but they are 2 goals up. They've managed to turn that momentum around, and Molon now is showing a bit of dominating performance here. They're going to want to, they need to get that now if they have any chance in this competition. Now pass down to the side. Beber is there. Manages to drop it back in. Still Business managing to keep control, and Molon's looking really strong right now.
I think that they're coming again and again with the attacks. Banjo and his team are having to do a lot more defending than I think they're used to. And it seems like a little bit of a scramble. But can Molon take advantage to get past? Oh, here we go. Off the backboard. No one there to finish. Bear is up, but it's cleared by Banjo.
Still, it's going to be up to Molon, though. They've got the ball in the half. Hybert's just slowing it down. Gets the flick over to Neugarden, having to do the last bit of work there. He's been impeccable in defense.
A vital
really
clear.
Has been doing a lot. Molon could very easily have 2 or 3 more goals here, and Neugarden's just shut them down.
But here they come again. Banjo's going to get the clear, but only as far as Business, but he misses off the wall. And now Fact have an opportunity of their own to regain the lead. But it's not to be.
Nice read there by Hybert's managing to go up with no boost and uses it all to hit the ball perfectly. Just turns that pressure around. Now another one coming up onto this backboard. Beber is going for this one. Hybert's waiting patiently for his chance. Gets a nice shot, gets it off the backboard, and instead it's going to be up to Banjo. Not able to clear it far enough. Drops back down, and Now Super in the goals. Hyberts with the attempts, puts it towards the side, doesn't manage to find a teammate. Great attempts coming out from Molon again and again.
This game looks to be headed to overtime with 5 seconds to go. Our first overtime of this matchup. And here it is. Unless this doesn't bounce, Super's up. It was so close to a 0-second goal, but we are in overtime in game number 3.
What a beautiful little carry from him there, managing to get it up and dummies himself back down. Now this is going to be dangerous. Neugarten again, solid in the defense, working it out there. Super nearly managing to secure the game in the last final moments of it. Now it's going to be Bidness throwing it up very high. Super's challenging on the wall, is going to get beaten there, and it means Hyberts sitting patiently, although Banjo Carry managing to do enough work to turn around the other way.
All right, 30 seconds of overtime, and we're going a lot of back and forth, the sort of ping-pong cut and thrust. Neither team wanting to push too hard forward and then get counted on, but here we go. Oh, it's up, it's off the post! Desperately cleared. Can Super bring it back in? Banjo Carry's got it. He's bringing it into the middle. Neugarten turns. But Super...
following Super again there, and as he went up into the air, I could just see him looming over the last defender. Just had all the positional advantage, and he had the shot. It was on goal. I watched this thing dropping towards the goal there, and a beautiful now long shot coming out in Business, having to make some work as goalkeeper. Well, some intense action coming out here in the second time, I must admit. It's refreshing to see both teams having great attempts.
Absolutely, and someone's going to have to grab this game at some point. We're a minute and a half in. Super gets the clear. Neugarten's up, misses his little tap forward.
You know, this is one of those games that could be over in 3 seconds without you realizing, or it could go on another 5 minutes as both teams fight themselves back into it and, you know, make the impossible saves, keep it alive for who knows how long.
I know, and the longer it goes, the more you don't want to lose. There's very little worse than dragging 6 minutes of overtime and then losing the game. Oh, but here we go! There it is, Hyberts out of the air, drops it into the top left-hand corner of the net off a pass from Bidness.
Oh, that was a Molon deserved this game. They managed to come down.
Absolutely.
5-goal deficit in terms of momentum between the two games. Dropped 2 games already, goes 2-0 down, and then fights tooth and nail. I have not seen a team fight that hard in a long time. And it's not even that was, this is it, this is do or die, this is all or nothing. They've managed to pull it back. Not to be kicked out of a tournament, but to keep themselves alive and get that one game back. And, you know, as hard as this was fought, it was worth it. You know, one game is it. Whether you win a game by 6-0 or by 1 goal 3 minutes into overtime, it is the same at the end of the day on the scoreboard.
And then, as you know, momentum is such a big thing in Rocket League, and suddenly Factory Evolution having all the momentum, now suddenly it's not all going their way, and momentum has shifted, at least for the minute, to Molon. And can they bring this into game number 4?
Yes, definitely. Molon's here. They are definitely fired up, and they're very a tempo-based team. You can see it where, you know, when they're under a lot of pressure, they can maybe not.
Oh!
And instead, there's your momentum.
And there, as we say it, the momentum is absolutely with them. It's taken them just 6 seconds to take the lead in this 4th game. I'm getting quite excited. I think this is going to be an outstanding matchup.
Oh, it already has been, and for the rest of this game, the rest of the tournament, I don't expect these teams to drop any sort of pace or intensity in these matches.
All right, gotcha, mate.
All right, so now 1 goal in, 30 seconds into our 4th match, and Molon certainly has the advantage. Banjo wanting to do something out of here, manages to find his teammate at the back there. Drops towards the center. Neugarten, a good shot into the backboard there. Super managing to come around and just collect that ball, but not managing to do anything with it. Instead, Hyberts going to turn the pressure around and take his own shot. Now Beber puts it towards the center. Hyberts going up very far. Banjo was a good shot there, but Hyberts managing to read it even with no boost. Now overshoots it, going to leave it up to his teammates, but opens up the opportunity for Super to come in, and Neugarden going to throw it just off the backboard onto that crossbar. Now Banjo putting it back towards the center. Bear managing to do a good bit of work there. Very close couple of seconds there for Molon on the defense.
All right, well, hopefully I've got the mic issues now sorted, and you're at a higher volume and I'm at a lower volume. All right, still at 1-0. Oh, what a game. Okay, here we go. Bidness puts it forward. No one really to take advantage. Going to be cleared by Norgarden. Can he follow? No. Hyberts is putting it back into Revolution's half.
A lot of players on the backboard now from Fact Revolution. Manages to get a flick towards the center. Good pace coming out from Neugarden, though, to come past and waiting. Orange player Banjo's going to have to do some work. Push it over the top of Super, and Super just now trying to keep it round into the corner. Banjo doesn't manage to pick up that boost, so he's going to be at a bit of a deficit and could result in a bit of a turnaround play now. Hybert's looking, just waiting, patient, and
a lot of
to build up their own pressure.
With after a little bit of back and forth in the middle, but they are pushing Fact Revolution more and more back into their half, and let's see if they can take advantage. Here it comes. But cleared by Neugarden, as he's done numerous times throughout these games.
Banjo's now left alone. He's against Hyberts. Hyberts demos him. Bidness managing to follow that up and put it back towards the blue side. But Fact's doing some good work on defense. Not wanting to go another goal down. Maybe wanting to just shake themselves out and build up some of those really good pressure plays that we were seeing in the first two games.
And with only one goal, I think Molon are going to want to get that second as soon as possible, give themselves a little bit of a cushion. And here it is! Oh, Hyberts again! Super gets the cleared, bounces beautifully for Bear, puts it just above the goal. Hyberts is there, gets the 50-50. Neugarden cannot save like he has done so many times earlier.
That was a goal of millimeters, though, in every sense. Every player was there, and there was the first dunk, I think it was by Super in the beginning, to set it up towards the center. Beautiful pass off the backboard. Yes, with Super. And then the bounce off the backboard was perfectly in towards the center, and even that only came off a 50-50 from the defender, managing to find the center, and then the last defender was so close. I think it was Neugarden trying to slide into the goal there, trying to flick it out at the last second, doesn't manage to get there in time, and Molon keeps that momentum going. Now 2-goal lead with only a minute and a half left in this fourth game.
And now suddenly Fact Revolution, after taking two games, find themselves with all the work to do. The double, he doesn't quite get there, but Banjo Carry can't get the follow. And here we go, they've left their goal exposed. The ball is up dangerously in front of their net, cleared, but only as far as Hyberts, who's putting it back, cleared again by Super. And the attack seems a little relentless. It's sort of one after the other. They just cannot get it back into Molon's half.
Molon has changed up their entire gameplay style. Now they're starting great pass play coming out. Bear is there.
Wow.
Beautiful pass from Hyberts there. Look at this. Huge shot from there into the center. 1-2 plays down off the crossbar and finds the back of the net. Places it perfectly with two defenders still in net. Had to make the work there and does it.
This is like a different team playing in games number 3 and 4.
There was definitely a breaking point there in the second game when they went that second goal down. They stepped up everything and they realized, hang on, something's not working, and they just picked up the pace and they went all in. And it's working for them. They're getting that confidence to play with their teammates, getting the confidence to challenge for those 50-50s. And it's turning around into now, again, a good opportunity setting itself up here.
Absolutely. And it's amazing to see, because up until this point in this league, Molon Esports have only won 2 out of the 18 games they've played. But here they've won 2 tonight.
Yeah, great turnaround for them. And against a strong team, certainly the way they're going to want to do it. Bear now putting it towards the center, drops it down. Banjo finding a nice turn towards the side, though. And 15 seconds left.
And here it comes. Is it again? Oh! Wow, what a save.
Just coming out. 3 goals is a very, very comfortable lead. A very nice way to end off a match. That was very clearly Molon's game, not dropping a goal in that. And from coming from 2 games down to 2 goals down to winning a game 3-0, not dropping at all. Amazing work for them. Look at the difference in shots. I mean, Hyberts on his own had the same number of shots as Fact Revolution's whole team.
Well, here we are with just 2 games to go. We are dead even.
Wow, it actually becomes the best of three now. Or because if one team takes 2 games, they win. If the other team takes 2 games, they win. If it's 1-1, draw. We literally can have very easily set up for a high scoring game from both these sides, as they're going to want to take it and take it very well. 2 games or nothing kind of thing.
So
No one wants to sit a tie.
sorry, Altruism, I've just had a message that the server went down for maintenance, and I don't know what that means for this game.
It just means rehost the server.
Oh,
It
okay.
happens all the time.
Oh, well, there we
in
go.
Rocket League. So, welcome to casting. It's part of it. We rehost and we talk a lot of good things about the team in the meantime.
All right, fine. So I guess we exit this game and re-enter.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, fine, no problem. Thanks,
So, guys-
Rocket League.
I hope you guys are enjoying the cast. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are joining us live, it is a pleasure to have you here. If you guys are watching this on the VOD, you have chosen a very good game to come back and watch. I'm sure the players will come back and watch us afterwards, because they're going to want to see what the other teams were doing well, where they were being beaten, maybe where their weaknesses lie. So if you're the players, congratulations thus far. It has been an incredible series of Rocket League so far. 2 games in the beginning to Fact Revolution, 2 games as the return coming from Molon after a very hard-fought 3rd game. And with 2 games left, anything is possible.
Any result is possible, and your casters are Altruism and me, dead at Horseborn, the Beard of Reason.
The Beard of Reason may be the best line or the best tagline of any cast I've ever heard. That is incredible, my friend.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Game number 5. We are dead even. 2 games all.
2 games all, and now Super making an attempt towards.
Oh!
Fact Revolution has had enough. They are done with losing. They are done with giving away goals. Now it is their turn.
Wow.
Great aggression from Neugarten to find the back of the net.
What an outstanding read to put that away. Okay, we have a game on our hands.
So, Molon now, they've been the more dominating in terms of pressure team, and they're certainly going to want to shake that off and just go, no, this is not the game plan we have in mind. Let's get back to our style, and whether that takes 3 minutes or 30 seconds could have a big influence on their psychology. They've had that momentum going there the whole way for the last 2 games. And now it's a quick turnaround like that. They can shake it off very easily if they manage to level it up. But if you go 3 minutes without that, the psychology could turn a little bit, and that's not what Molon wants.
But Fact Revolution have been together for some time as a team. They've played together at least all of this last European summer. They know each other, they know their game, and I think they can respond to the pressure. But the time will tell. The next couple of games will. But so far, they seem to be responding very well, and they're taking the game, no doubt, to Molon right now. Oh!
Great shot now coming in.
Great clear from Bear, I think it was.
Neugarten keeping it up. Banjo pushes it towards the center. The Hybrids has not made a mistake in the air, though, tonight. And so he manages to find that quickly. Neugarten wanting to push this towards the center. Super is there. Instead, it's Banjo going to be up with pace. And Super now making the shot.
Bear with a save.
And turns it around, in fact.
Oh!
Neugarten with the great save. Important turnaround save there.
Was that a back pass? A really quick back pass. Okay, Neugarten putting it back into Molon's half. Bear again.
You can tell if it was a back pass.
Yeah. So it was a back pass.
Exactly, yeah. If it goes horribly wrong and you end up putting it towards your own goal, wasn't a back pass. Maybe you can, as a player, try and sell it as a back pass. But if it works, yeah, of course it was a back pass.
Absolutely. Bear putting it down, cleared by Banjo again, but only as far. Oh, he's passed it to himself. But Hybrids is going to clear. Super's up. The 50 goes straight up into the air. Neugarten.
Neugarten has picked this up, has no boost, manages to find the second touch. Super's up for this. Going to bounce out randomly, in fact, though, and Super going to get another touch. This is going to bounce awkwardly. Great play and great pass, actually, coming out there from...
Oh, but they're not done! The great pass to Neugarten, who again is in the right place and makes no mistake to take the second goal with half this game left. As I think you quite correctly pointed out, they have had enough.
Oh, super there, managed to turn that around beautifully and manages to pinch it as it hits the ground into the corner. Completely random burst and just leaves the goalie standing for good reason.
Yeah, and there wasn't much time between games. Maybe the server going down for maintenance gave Factor a couple of seconds just to kind of regroup and refocus themselves as they went into game number 5.
Oh, this is going to be a problem though, Posh, towards the center. You know, it's amazing. They got that early goal, and I think that might have been the key for them. They just needed a bit of a change in mindset, and they're playing. You know, they've been playing well the entire time. It's not that Factor Revolution has ever dropped their skill. It was just that Molon managed to pick up their skill and pick up that intensity and force the game on them. Now, Molon not out of it, you know, still making good attempts, but they've dropped their intensity slightly, and it's given Factor Revolution that little bit of a gap. And I don't know if it came from that first goal in the first 3 seconds that Molon just, you know, was shaken a little bit. Maybe they changed it up. But Factor Revolution has certainly taken advantage of that change of mindset and is now...
Oh, the double demo in front of the goal, but can they take advantage of it? I'm not sure. But this is a bitter game to lose, because if whoever loses this game, winning this matchup is no longer possible. The best they can hope for is a draw, and that can be a little demotivating, I think.
You know, a draw still gets you 1 point. You'd go for the full 3 if you can, but 1 point is still worth fighting for, and I think the teams would definitely want to do that, yeah, especially in such a close competition. Beautiful.
Great block.
Defense coming out from Hybert.
Great block.
Pick this one up though, and it means Neugarten has a chance into the center.
And here they come. They've got less than a minute to take 2 goals. They're going to have to score the first of those, you feel, in the next 10, 15 seconds to give themselves a chance.
What pops it up quickly, Bidness is in the air. Doesn't manage to get it out, and a great clear means that Factor Revolution is going to manage to keep on to at least 20 more seconds. Good attempt by Bear to put it down towards the other side of the field, but Neugarten just, again, securing Factor Revolution's position here at the end of the game. They don't need to score.
Oh, Banjo's in front! And they will. And that surely has tied up game number 5.
So, you know, 3 goals. Definitely the turnaround. Molon managed to get that sort of advantage in the previous match. Factor Revolution turning the momentum around. And Factor Revolution, after losing 2 games in a row, the second one rather convincingly, great mindset change, managing to keep that composure, not you know, starting to do stupid things like sending one guy constantly ball chasing for it. Great positional play. And great team players managed to get them this turnaround game that they would desperately have wanted much earlier.
Absolutely, and now they're just running away with it. A goal that wasn't necessary or needed, but just to put an exclamation mark on this win. 4-0, 11 seconds to go, and that's pretty emphatic. But I guess this is why you play 5, 6, 7 games, because one game doesn't tell the full story.
Oh man, one game can have the 2 closest teams ever going 6-0. And it can have, you know, 2 incredibly disparate teams going 3-1 the wrong way or something like that. So it's so good to see it. Molon, though, managing to pick up a nice little consolation goal at the end there. That'll be nice for their psychology. Just wanting to fight it out. They have lost this game, which means that Factor Revolution cannot lose this match up now, which is a good sign for them. They will want to try and get those 3 points secured. Molon trying to scrape back for that last point, and they can do it. You know, we've seen them rally.
Well, what's been really nice, given the win-loss ratio of these 2 teams coming into this, there was a sense that it was possible that Factor Revolution would completely run amok and run away with it altogether, but that hasn't been the case. Well, listen, even after the first 2 games of this matchup, you thought that might be the case. We might be staring down the barrel of a 6-0, but to their credit, Molon have fought hard, and they find themselves scrapping for a draw in the final game.
You know, I do hope that Molon takes the draw. I don't know the teams personally, so I have no bias like that. But as a team, Molon would really appreciate this draw, simply because they've lost their first 3 games, and they lost them quite convincingly. So to come back against a good team and to manage to at least pull it to a draw for a team that is doing well so far in the tournament, that will certainly give them the confidence to keep going forward in the rest of this tournament. I mean, this is only round 4 of 9. And so, you know, there is a lot of Rocket League for them still to play in the tournament. If you keep dropping the first 4 matches, that's really tough. But to pull it back, to get that momentum back on your side, that'll be critical for Molon in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, and give them some time and effort to get back into this and make a run for the playoffs after the 9 rounds.
So we do have the two teams. Still no early game goal this time, so no psychology there. Super is up very quickly though. Managed to go for a good bit of twist, not managing to find the back of it.
Little bit of a mistake there. Super's trying to take advantage. Business puts it up over the backboard. Banjo carries trying to bring it down, but we have the clear. Neugarden again is there. Oh, a little bit of a double commit. Oh, but a mistake. Banjo carry gets the goal.
Oh no, that was the most beautiful little hesitating fake out flip there.
Wow.
The defender gets it on the way down instead.
And I think I was unfair to Banjo carry there. I think he had a lot more control of his play there than I had first thought.
Yeah, no, I thought he was going for the shot there and was going to get dunked very heavily, and so did the defender. So apparently, I would just get sold just as easily by that beautiful play there. And Fact Revolution wants to take this game all the way and has set themselves up well, taking that first goal.
Absolutely. The momentum is now with them, and really, Molon have all the work to do.
Molon has got all the work to do, unfortunately for them, and that's a lot of work to just get to a tie. So they do need to keep that resilience. It's 3.5 minutes. It's only 1 goal in, and they can definitely do it.
Absolutely.
Has to make a good attempt now. Doesn't instead. Neugarden managing to push back towards the center and pass back to Super. Could open up a bit of opportunity here.
Yeah, a little bit of scrappy defense from Molon, but maybe they've cleared the danger. They can take a moment to reset and get back into an attack frame of mind.
Pass towards the center. Great play out there. Fitness now rotating back. Manages to steal the boost though. And Banjo should be able to clear this. Doesn't. Now it's going to be a turnaround. Molon, this could be the opportunity that they need. Business is going to be pushing it onto the backboard. Neugarden is up and Banjo drops it down nicely. Good bit of team defense coming out from Fact Revolution. Still a bit of
yeah,
at the end though.
Yeah, Hyberts couldn't keep it under his own control for long enough to make a serious threat.
Oh, nice.
But here it comes again.
So it puts it a very high. Super out of the goal now.
Bears up.
Charging in, not managed to find anything.
But here comes Business again, cleared by Neugarden. Can he push it up? There's a bit of a scramble still in Fact Revolution's half. Oh, great pinch.
I love those pinch plays. It can really turn around the pace of a game very, very quickly. Super taking it up very high, trying to find Banjo for that second goal. Instead, Neugarden just going to have to do a little bit of work at the back there. Gets a nice touch. Hybert's getting his flip wrong. Backflips instead. Sets himself up and Super puts it very high. Business going to have to...
Right down in front of goal! Oh!
Instead, managing to great clear and not enough work there.
Wow.
Defense by Business.
All he could do was drop it right in front of the goal. It bounced beautifully up for Super. And that is one of the easiest goals he'll get to score.
Certainly, just it's no longer an attacker's game to lose there. He just has to do the work. They've beaten the defender at that point, and it's just now. Don't make a silly thing like a backflip. I mean, it happened. Let's be fair. It happens to the best. So not in this match though, and Fact Revolution going to be very happy
with that. Just over 1.5 minutes left. 2 goals to take the win. This is where they want to be sitting.
All right, 1.5 minutes to go, 2 goals up. And now I think it's just about controlling the game as much as possible. Not letting Molon into the game at any point.
Yeah, no, that's it. Fact Revolution has this in the bag. They just need to now not make many mistakes. They can't afford to drop them now. They can afford to drop one, but you certainly don't want to give Molon any opportunity. Control it, waste the time, play the defensive plays if you need to. Keep up good pressure like they're doing now. But just more importantly, don't overcommit. Don't throw 3 players at a ball you really don't need to right now and give them the turnaround goal.
Absolutely. Again, as soon as they get one, there's hope that they can get a second, and you don't want that.
Nice play coming out there. Good patience from all players in the team now. Not needing to do anything, not needing to make impossible goals happen. Instead, it's Molon with the impossible task to try and accomplish now. Business pops it up very high. In fact, may have set it up for Super. Super puts it onto the backboard. Trying to find Banjo. Not able to do it. Good defense coming out from Molon. But defense is no longer what they need.
No, not at all. And you do get the sense that, I think Fact Revolution have pretty much got this game in hand. There's no panic from them. They're nice and easy. They're flowing in their play. There's no sense of rush, panic, or anything as we see out the last 3 seconds. 2-1! Oh, almost the unnecessary but satisfying goal. But there they take it. The final game, 2-0. And Fact Revolution have won this matchup 4 games to 2. And Molon Esports are going to have to go and seriously rethink how they're going to tackle the last 5 matchups of this league.
You know, for them, it wouldn't be a case of, I wouldn't spend too long trying to see the first or the last game, trying to see what went wrong. I would go back to that game 3 and that game 4, which they managed to take, because the way that they played then, that's what they need to be trying to emulate. It's not a case of polish the bad stuff. It's trying to replicate that beautiful, beautiful team play that they did. Figure out what rotations, figure out how that they were communicating, figure out when it was a good time to go forwards and backwards, because that match was a brilliant match, especially that 4th one where they didn't drop a single goal in that game. They definitely did something right. They played to their team's maximum potential, and the results were there. So, you know, that's how I would take it going forwards. They got the 2 games, which I think they'll be happy about, but the last 2 games were definitely all Fact Revolution, revving up, holding that really good consistency throughout the series, and coming out with a good win.
And I think they'll be pretty pumped going into their next matchup. They've now had two wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. So I think they've got some momentum to take forward with them into their remaining 5 games.
No, definitely. That's the way they want to get it right now. Is they've got some points behind them. You know, 2 games gives them, and a draw gives them 7 points out of the potential 12. That's starting to become a respectable number that they really enjoy. That they're going to want to take into it. You know, if you lose the first couple of games like Molon has, it becomes very difficult to make that top 4 spot that goes into the playoffs. You know, you really have to win every game from then onwards. So Molon needs to maybe take this as a learning opportunity, really see where they're going. And Fact Revolution sitting nice and comfortably going into the rest of this tournament.
Absolutely, and there you have it. So this was the Norwegian National League 4th round Division 1 matchup. We hope you enjoyed watching the games, and I hope we'll get to do it again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This matchup being cast by myself, Dead at Horseborn, and Altourism. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being here. And Altourism, thanks for stepping in and being a part of it.
Oh, I'm so glad to be back in this scene. I always love the Rocket League, and so to get to cast great Rocket League like this, always fun. And I'm looking forward to doing more of it. I definitely want to keep an eye out, and you guys should too as well. Keep up to date on all the social medias. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all the good stuff. Definitely subscribe to Twitch. Doing all the punting, you know. But guys, you don't want to miss this Rocket League as well, I'm sure. If you enjoyed the stream, we would love to see more of you guys. We do it for you. We do it for ourselves. And we're certainly having a good time. We'd love you to have a good time with us.
Absolutely. And if there's a tournament you want cast, get in touch. Let's see if we can do it for you.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. And I'm sure we will see you soon. From myself, Altruism.
And me, Dead at Horseborn. Adios.